started the van and we got a whole load of warning lights. We just thought maybe with it being washed, might be a bit of water into something, so we drove it a wee bit and then it just broke down. And got so far and then it's just went into limp mode. So now we're sitting waiting for the recovery truck. This likely means that our trip is going to have to be cancelled. We're not too sure what's going to happen then with the videos, depending on what the issue is with the van, so yeah, we'll have to just see what happens really.
Hi, my name's Tony.
And I'm Stephen.
And over the past few weeks, you've been watching us race against time to get our van ready for our biggest trip yet.
We have been working very hard on the van. You'll have seen our triumphs as we got bits and pieces done with our kitchen, with our bed, with our wallpaper. And you'll have seen some of our fails, like some of the electric stuff happening. Again, the kitchen, the wallpaper and everything else that's been going on.
So now the time has come and we've just about made the deadline. So let's get ready for our big trip.
So the focus of today is getting the van ready to go on the road for this big trip. We have a few things we need to do. We need to obviously get all this mess tidied up, see what we need to put away in storage for the time being, and see what we actually want to keep. I do want to keep a couple of tools just in case something goes loose or God forbid something breaks. I still need to secure down the fridge, and then really it's just a good clean of the van, getting the bedding in place, getting everything that we need in place. Remembering spoons, that's important. We want spoons this time, we'll probably forget something else. But yeah, we just want to get ready for this trip. We've came into the van this week and we just took the window covers off, and as you would have seen in the last video, we finished up with the window tint. It was dark, it was probably the wrong time to do it, but we were, as I say, we were in that rush. And we've just came in and seen the lovely bubble pattern effect we have on this window. So I'm not too sure what's happened, but on this window we have lots and lots and lots of air bubbles, so whether we do it on this trip or we do it at some stage when we come back, we're going to have to redo the window tint. And was that the rain? Mm-hmm. It wasn't in the forecast. And it's sunny outside.
Welcome to Ireland, everybody.
This is what we have to expect on this trip, isn't it? So we need to make sure that we also pack coats and things to keep us warm just in case. So yeah, we have to make sure we're well prepared. And we did mention something in the last video as well, I'm maybe throwing out too much information, that something was maybe going to happen. Well, I think the most we can say at this point is it has happened. So please stay tuned for the upcoming video on what has happened. So the first thing we're going to do is secure the fridge, and I want to put it on a wee bit of a plinth just because there's a wee metal thing here, like part of the old ambulance securing thing. So I want to, it's interfering with the door, so I want to raise it up a wee bit so it's not interfering with the door, and then secure it to sort of this unit and just bits and pieces to stop it flying away when we're driving along. So now I need to, this is something I never thought I'd ever say in my life, but now I need to drill some holes in my fridge. I need to drill some holes in the side of the fridge in order to screw into so that we can secure it. Now, I'd said there about 2 minutes ago that we're going to put a plinth on it, but I've just found out I don't actually need to do that. I thought the door was interfering with the metal thing. It's not, I was just pushing it closed in the wrong place. So we're completely clear of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 screws in this, which I'm just not sure about doing, but that's what it says to do. And then I'm going to put 1 screw in the bottom of it, and that'll just hold it temporarily for this trip. Eventually this fridge is going to get permanently mounted somewhere, but we haven't decided on a proper location for it yet. So this is just for now. There we go, that's secured enough. So now that we have the fridge secured, which was very easy to do, I was a wee bit worried about drilling into it, but no, it was really simple. Just didn't feel natural drilling into a fridge, but no, dead easy. What we're going to do now is we're going to move on to these shelves. Now, we're just putting these in place for now. Again, they're sort of like a temporary fix because we're not too sure what we're going to do here, whether we'll turn them into drawers, whether we'll put a door on it. But for now, we're going to put some shelves in there, which we've just thought. What are we going to put in there so it doesn't just slide out? We might need to get like a plastic box or something, and then maybe put a wee lip on this. Now we do have this stuff here. We got this for trim pieces and stuff, but we're not actually going to use this particular piece. So what I could maybe do, just for now, is I could cut a wee bit of this off and screw it onto one of the shelves. And then we could put boxes of stuff in there, and then it would stop it from sliding out. And again, that's just temporary for now.
So the next thing on our list was going to be to secure the shelves for our cupboard. But we're going to need boxes to put our stuff for the cupboard into the cupboard. So we can't do that right now. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to install this, which we teased a few videos ago that we got in the range. We're going to put it into the kitchen to give it a bit more of a homey touch. It's better on it.
Do you get it? Because it says home. And I can run that higher down in there, too.
Yeah.
Well, I can sort of, you know.
And it's level with the window.
That was a mistake, but yes. That was a happy accident. So I need to run something down into there. So we pulled a bit of wire through the gap we've made, sort of service area, and we're just going to connect these wires onto these ones for the wee USB connection. So I have that bit stripped. I'm just going to use them crimp connectors that you've seen in previous videos. Should be able to do these two at the same time.
So wiring it up was pretty easy. We didn't really have much hassle at all. Thankfully we were able to use the window frame to hide the wires, which we had taped together.
It's gonna go like that the whole way down the road.
And this is the finishing touch. Just looking at all this mess.
I know, I actually thought these were cleared out and they're not.
It's going to be such a job.
That one is!
Hey!
Or is it? It's supposed to be cleared out. You're going to need to pay for everything first. I'll have to get cleared out. That's what I'm saying. I think we should maybe get like a big plastic box, right? And like, you know, like all the bits and pieces that we are still going to need for when we come back. I think we just throw all the bits and pieces in the big box and throw it in the shed for the time being. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like masking tape and foil tape and bits and pieces, and yeah. I think just all into a box for now because it will have to be hooked out again later.
It is an end of an era for our halfway build series because this list is finally coming down.
Make sure you take it off so it doesn't leave masking tape on.
They're going to learn all their secrets.
No!
So before we put some of our last minute finishing touches into place, we're going to give the fan a good tidy so that we can get on the road and get what we need to do. So tidying the fan wasn't that bad. We actually found out there was quite a lot of stuff that we wanted to keep versus what we wanted to get rid of. We accumulated a lot of boxes and equipment, so it was actually great to bin all these. Okay, so we're going to play a game right now and it's called Bin or Keep. I'm going to go through all of this junk that's in the sink and we're going to decide if we're keeping it or if it's getting scrapped. So let's go.
Scrap, bin.
Dumped. Bin or keep?
Bin.
Keep. Random screws.
Keep. Always keep random screws.
So we managed to have a really good spring clean and get rid of all the junk that we didn't need. And after sorting all that out, we got on the road to go to B&M and get our plastic boxes to put in the stuff that we wanted to keep. Again, this one was another easy sorting process. Basically anything that was important to the fan we put into boxes so that we could keep it in the garage for storage. Finally, we finished up with a good thorough hoover and wiping down all of the surfaces of the fan.
So you will have seen in one of the last videos we put these lovely curtains up on our curtain track thing. But the gliders we have sort of like come out this way, and then whenever you're pulling the curtains across, they just actually fall off the rail. So we've gotten these new sort of gliders, which should sort of take away that issue. So hopefully they work. And then we also have some hooks So we bought a pack of hooks for two reasons. One, so we could put the tie backs on, so we can tie the curtains back out of the way. And also so we can put up some hooks in the sort of bathroom area so we can hang our coats up and stuff. So say we're out and it's raining, the bathroom's going to be like the sort of wet room area. So that means we can let our coats and stuff dry in there. So now we have our storage box that we're going to put in here. I'm just going to put the shelf at the sort of right height. And then this is our wee step, our wee folding step that we got as well for getting in and out of the bed because we're ever so flexible. And that will just sit in here. If I was just a bit more flexible. Yeah, so it will just sit in there. Like it was made for it. So we got this wee basket in B&M and it's just so we can put like stuff into for the kitchen. So what I've done is, again, this is semi-temporary. I've just put two wee furniture blocks in. Then we can put this in there and that'll just stop that from sliding out. I was going to put a wee bit of wood there, but there's no real point because then wee furniture blocks will do the job. So as you can see, I have now got myself in a nice comfortable lounging position. The step has turned into a nice footstool for this height. And if you're wondering what I'm sitting on, we got this ottoman as well from B&M. Again, it's just sort of temporary seat, but what it is doing, it is specifically storing something, which you will find out in maybe the next video after this one. So we've just given the garage area a bit of a clean and we're just organising it, and the reason being is we want to make sure we have enough stuff with us in case we need it. So there's a big box there with tools and bits and pieces, spare parts. We have a junk pack there just in case, and then in this box here, which I've secured down, we're actually going to bring an air fryer so we can use it as a bit of a cooker. So as we're tidying and sort of starting to get ready for the trip, we're going to throw our camping chairs. You'll see us use these in our Carlingford video. Actually, we were sitting on these, so we're in high hopes of some nice warm weather so we can sit outside. So we're going to throw them in and keep them with us. So we're going to finish our finishing touches and we're going to make up our bed. So we got a few bits and pieces out of Harry Corey's and Range. So we did. So we're just going to start with this madness. I hate doing this sort of stuff, and I can only imagine doing it in the van is going to be all that more harder. So let's open this up, have a go. It actually feels nice and soft, this. So, like, actually genuinely feels really nice and soft.
We ended the day on a high note and we didn't expect what the next day was going to bring. So we're actually now just doing some last minute bits for a trip, and we're going to go and get the fan washed, and then after that we're going to go out and take a little trip and make sure everything's running as it should be. Usually in the past videos we wash the fan by hand, but we were running out of time and decided to get somebody else to do it for us. It is a good day. We've just got the fan washed and we're taking advantage of the good day and taking a well-earned break. We are at Lochshore in Antrim. We've been here in a couple of other videos. It's where we usually take Rosie on a walk. You can probably hear her in the background. Very excited. So this is actually Rosie's first time out in the van.
Since we've done all the work to it. She's just like, she wants to get out of it. And get her run around. It's lovely and warm today.
It is so nice.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, let's go for it down there. We'll open the door.
There you go.
You got doggy bags?
Yep.
And our treats?
Yep. It really was the perfect day for a walk. It's actually quite nice to get a day like this. The lovely Irish summer has appeared.
One day over.
Getting Rosie out and enjoying a walk in the woods was exactly what we needed to chill out and wind down from all of the stress of building the van. For me, this is like the best part of the van life lifestyle, that you can just park your van up somewhere and leave and go for a walk. What could possibly go wrong?
So, as you would have seen, we took the van out just for a wee day trip, get Rosie out, and it has just broken down. We finished our walk with Rosie and got into the van to start it and go actually get an ice cream in McDonald's or something. and started the van, and we got a whole load of warning lights. We just thought maybe with it being washed, might be a bit of water into something, so we drove it a wee bit, and then it just broke down. Put in an error code reader, and we're getting about 12 different error codes, so we're not too sure what it is. Turned it off, let it sit for a minute or two, turned it on, and got so far, and then it's just went into limp mode. So now we're sitting waiting for the recovery truck. So this likely means that our trip is going to have to be cancelled. We're not too sure what's going to happen then with the videos, depending on what the issue is with the van. So yeah, we'll have to just see what happens really. So bit of a bummer. I was really looking forward to this trip. Today was going really, really well, but I suppose these things happen. So I do just want to reiterate the fact that this is an older van with higher mileage, so these things do happen, can happen, and unfortunately do happen. So we've seen a few people having a bit of a go at BS Van. We just want to say, like, obviously this is of no fault to BS Vans at all. Like, they sold us a good van, checked it, and the van made it all the way from the sort of, what was it, Derby direction, all the way through to Scotland, all the way home. We've taken it on a few trips, so it's obviously nothing to do with BS Van. It's just a van. It's just our van has just have a fault. As if you buy a car, that same thing can happen. So I just want to make that really clear that it's nothing at all to do with them. You know, this is just one of the things that happens. So we've just made it back to the house after the van being recovered. The recovery guy had a quick look at it there, and he is fairly sure it's an electrical connection, which would be good. There's quite a common electrical connection, that the positive plate that sits on the batteries, they tend to break and just give issues. So when we were wiggling on that, he was able to get the van started again, but there could be a different issue with it, which is a wee bit more serious. So make sure you subscribe and see what the outcome of the van is. Put in the comments, maybe if you have any experience with this yourself, let us know. Like the video if you liked it, although it's not a very likeable moment right now, so it's not. But yeah, just so stay tuned to see what happens. This has probably really been the closest to us not making the trip as it's ever been, which is a real shame. Like, the van is sitting in a mechanic's yard right now, ready to go on our trip. We were just going out today to give it just a wee bit of a test, a wee bit of a run, take Rosie for a nice wee walk, get some ice cream. And it's like the universe was saying, you're not getting no ice cream, because as soon as we started the van, it broke down. So that's what we get. So yeah, stay tuned to see what happens.